Yo, what up? We out here. Something that I think, I wouldn't say it's something that I just discovered, but something that I've known for a while and maybe just appreciated more recently is the fact that there are stories to be told everywhere. It might be people, places, objects. Man, I don't know. It could be anything. The issue is, in today's society, we look at everything in a snapshot, right? So you got the highlight moment on Instagram or Snapchat or whatever it might be, and we get the impression that that's the entire story, and we don't ever ask any other questions or think of looking any deeper to see what the real story is. But there's more than meets the eye, and that is something that we can learn from. Now, there's one object in particular that we're going to start telling stories about, and this object is my car. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 2004, looking like 2014. Out here, nice and clean in the Lex RX 330. Yeah, we out here looking fresh. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, man, so it's pretty dope. Like, I came back from being a missionary after a 4-year stint, and being a missionary, you don't get paid that much. So, needless to say, I'm trying to come back, make some moves, go back to school, and I didn't have a vehicle. So, my brother helped me out with getting this bad boy right here. And yeah, I only expected to have to drive it for a couple of years before maybe upgrading or something like that. But it just was what it was. But it came down to the couple year mark a few months back, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna start doing some research, looking at some new stuff, see what I want to do. Working full time now, I got the flexibility to have some options and so on and so forth. And especially because there was this, man, it looked like the paint was getting wrecked on the side, passenger side back there. So I was like, you know what, we gotta make some moves out here, you know what I'm saying? And I had a plan to clean up the car, sell it, and use that kind of as the investment into the new vehicle. But ended up going through the process to clean it up. Shout out to my coworkers. And man, got this thing looking nice. Like, you can't even tell the oxidation in the paint was a thing anymore. Man, got this 04 looking fresh. We replaced the what do you call them? The casings for the headlamps. Man, I'm telling you, man, this thing's looking fresh right now. We get some new tires on it later. But anyway, long story short, I decided I'm not selling the car, and I'm gonna just ride it out until the wheels fall off. Maybe not till the wheels fall off, but until the determination is made that this is no longer a viable option for travel. That, I think, is a better way of describing it. Yeah, man, it was a fun process. Spent several hours working on it. Went back and forth to the AutoZone a number of times, trying to find the right parts, get the right this, the right that. But yo, man, it was dope. And putting all that work in to something that seemed like it wasn't going to last that long made it now something that increased in value to me, so I want to hold on to it a little bit longer. And there's a story there in and of itself, and maybe that's a story I'll tell you another time. But the reality is, I told you that story about this car to tell you another story. All right. But before I tell you that story that I told you that story to tell you, I will say this. A lot of times in life, we try to get rid of things or try to avoid things or try to move on from things because we haven't really put any work into it and we haven't been able to see the full value of it. So the encouragement in the story there is really, hey, what's going on in your experience now that it's looking kind of old, it's looking like it's run its course, it doesn't have any more value to give to you. The question is, how much have you put into it? Have you thought of touching it up? Have you thought of making things look better, cleaning it up, really putting some TLC into that? Like, what have you given to really justify your desire to get rid of it or to upgrade? Shoot, man, you think about society and the ways they try to upgrade now. Man, you'd think I was talking about some kind of marriage, but the same principle still applies, right? Like, Are people looking at other people just as things they need to upgrade and change and get rid of because it doesn't have the same shine, or it doesn't have the same purpose that you wanted to have for before? Or is it possible that by actually getting up, putting some work in, not being afraid to get your elbows dirty, that you could find a whole new set of value in something that you thought you were just ready to upgrade from? All right, so now that we got that story within the story out of the way, let me tell you the story I was going to tell you that I set up by telling that other story right there, all right? And it has to do with this. Y'all know this is a wrench, right? But there's an interesting reason why I have it, and it may not make a lot of sense to anybody, but hopefully it will after this. Now, I'll be honest with you. I am a collector. This is a theme that you're going to see pop up in several other videos and stuff that we talk about here. But we got mini-me here because when I started getting hands-on with working on cars and repairing stuff for myself, you need tools. You need access to tools to be able to do that. So I got a little collection of tools here. I'm going to show you just the few tools I got to get these jobs done, all right? Okay, so in addition to little mini-me here, we got some car jacks, got a little shovel, what's this, a little brush action for the snow and stuff since we out here in Michigan. I got a box cutter, even got an axe, tools for the car, right? Look at this. This is even left over the remodeling clay. It's what we use to make this thing look nice and nice. And then secret compartment down here. Oh, we got the goodies. And there's my little secret stash, some nuts and bolts and some other little random little wrenches in there and so on and so forth. But the point is, I got a little collection. I can do easy stuff, right? There's a sleeping bag too. And some gymnastics shoes. And boxing gloves. I'll admit it. It's obvious I need to clean out this car, but it is what it is. The point is, you got me going back and forth in this advanced AutoZone store and, picking up the tools I need. And I definitely said, you know what? For a long time, I've wanted a wrench, just like the biggest wrench I could find. And so I looked around, clearly had nothing to do with repairing the car, but I found this guy and I said, you know what? I'm getting it. And you might be wondering, what is the reason why? Well, I'm gonna tell you. You ever had people talk about things that you've said you want to do, and their approach is, why do you want to do that? Is that even possible? What's the point? What are you going to get out of it? How's that going to benefit you in X amount of years? All these different kind of questions, and what they end up doing is making you question the things you want to do, the dreams that you have, and the goals that you set for yourself. That's a lot, but think about it. How many times have you walked past your wrench in the store and you said, you know what, I'm not going to buy that because people are going to think I'm crazy if I'm walking around out here with this wrench doing what I want to do? With the society that we live in and the culture that we experience right now, everyone has an idea of what you should be doing, the way you should do it. And if you come up with something that's unique and different and wanting to do something your way, everyone wants to discourage you because they haven't seen it before. Well, actually, I just saw the dude look at me kind of funny because I'm holding this wrench out here. But you know what? I don't care because I'm doing what I want to do. At some point in your experience, you can either keep going through trying to buy everything else that everyone else is selling or telling you that you should buy, or you can walk in the store, pick up something that you want because you're the one that wants it, and then you can go on living knowing that you're satisfied with the choice that you made. Look, for everyone else it might seem like this wrench is pointless, but this wrench is a symbol. It's a symbol that whatever I want to do, I'm capable of doing it, I can do it, and that it doesn't matter what the rest of the world thinks of me in doing it. So the encouragement for you from that story is to do the same. You've all got something, I'm sure, that you've wanted to do for a long time, a project that you just thought was kind of ridiculous, or maybe everyone else was telling you was kind of ridiculous. Now's your chance to say, you know what, let me go do it because it's what I want to do, and never mind what everybody else thinks. Let me just go do my thing and take a shot. And you know, at the end of the day, it comes down to this. I only have two outcomes for this wrench right here. You either win or you learn. You don't lose, you learn. It's all a matter of perspective, but this wrench hopefully gives you a new matter of perspective in your experience too. The less you think about what everyone else thinks about you, the more you're going to be able to get done. Let me know what you think down below. Talk to me about a time or something that you've always wanted to do but you never did because other people thought it was ridiculous or pointless. Go ahead and drop that in the comments, and if you want to see more, like and subscribe. There's more on the way, and it's not a new beginning or anything like that. It's just taking a step ahead. That's all it is. So until next time, we'll see you. Peace.